Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Arvind, and we are the Hyderabad Boys, where we talk all things cricket. आज हम बात करने वाले हैं आज एक्चुअली हम थोड़ा चेंज करने वाले हैं कि वी वांट टू यूज अ लिटिल बिट मोर हिंदी एज वेल अलॉन्ग विद इंग्लिश. तो आज हम बात करेंगे डे 4 ऑफ बॉर्डर गवस्कर ट्रॉफी इंडिया वर्सेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया फोर्थ टेस्ट जो अहमदाबाद में हो रहा है. बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग डे 4 गया है इंडिया के पक्ष में. इंडिया डिड रियली रियली वेल देयर. 571 पे दे एंडेड द डे फॉर द स्कोर. एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया डिड कपल ऑफ ओवर्स. उन्होंने भी केम आउट विद अ नाइट वॉचमैन. तो आई जस्ट क्विकली शेयर माय स्क्रीन हियर. तो मैं थोड़ा एक बार लोगों को जिन्होंने क्रिकेट नहीं देख पाए हैं जस्ट गेट एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि क्या हुआ. इंडिया came in the morning with 289 for three with Virat Kohli and Ravindra Jadeja. They continued from 59 and Ravindra Jadeja I think वो 22 पे थे. Ravindra Jadeja got out pretty quickly. He got out at 28. Then we had Shrikar Bharat आए थे. So Kohli and Bharat did take through that session. And then Bharat was interesting. इन्होंने थोड़े बल्ले का उपयोग करके 2-3 छक्के मारे थे. And then that kind of like led the momentum there. He got out at 44. And then we had Akshar Patel come in through that. Akshar and Virat did a nice partnership there. बहुत अच्छी partnership करी थी उन लोगों ने. And then Virat did his century finally, जो हमें everyone, all of us were waiting. He's finally done it. And he continued from then on. उसके बाद once Akshar got out, and then things fell into the place and India got out at 571. Australia फिर बैटिंग करने आया था. They sent out a night watchman. Matthew Kuhneman आए थे instead of Usman Khwaja. We don't know actually. Khwaja शायद out injured भी हो सकते हैं with the catch he tried to take. But they ended their day at 3 for no loss, having played 6 overs. So we are left with one last day 5. तो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग मोड पे रहा है. इंडिया का लीड ऑलमोस्ट 91 रहा है if I'm not mistaken. And at this point of time, I wanted to introduce our guest and our second member of Hyderabad Boys, Saurabh.
Hello, namaste, assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is doing good. भाई आज इंडिया का दिन नहीं था. आज राजा ऑफ इंडियन क्रिकेट का दिन था. इट वाज किंग कोहलीज डे through and through. I mean, starting the day with when I think everyone was eagerly waiting for 41 runs. उसके बाद it changed. I think as soon as he hit 150, he reached 150. I mean, the entire India was possibly waiting for कि भाई दोहरा शतक लगा दे. So I think और देखा होगा आपने क्राउड भी आज. Maybe it was Sunday. या फिर it could be a combination of Sunday or Kohli batting. The crowd was also a little more. I could see a lot of activity in the streaming channel as well.
हर एक रन पे cheer हो रहा था. मतलब that was like amazing. Everything he did, there was like a noise happening. And that the run he took to the flick he did, तो century मारने के लिए 99 to 100. बहुत ही very different celebration रहा कोहली का. I mean, we all associate कोहली की एक वो एटीट्यूड वाला सेलिब्रेशन आता है. एक स्वेरिंग होती है. एक अलग ही अंदाज आता है उनका. वेरी calming celebration. उन्होंने अपना वो आई थिंक क्या था रिंग आई थिंक था उन्होंने उनको किस किया एंड just hugged. Akshar came and hugged him. तो थोड़ा मतलब very matured Kohli. I don't know. I mean, it was a very interesting for me.
I think one has to realize that it's been 3 years since he last scored his century. And I think in this last 3 years, I mean, I think उससे पहले उनकी शादी हो गई थी. I think बच्चा I think came in these last 3 years. I'm not really sure what the age Correct. Of his daughter is. So I mean, जैसे लोग बोलते हैं, I'm not a father right now, but जैसे लोग बोलते हैं ना कि बच्चा होने के बाद I mean, parents calm हो जाते हैं. Calming influence रहता है. So possibly just that might be the case. So that might be a calming sort of a thing. Like
yeah, but he played amazing. मतलब the control he had, the patience he kept. मतलब I think उनके दिमाग में था कि ये सेंचुरी 3-3.5 साल से नहीं बनाया था. The last I think was that Bangladesh series for 2019.
2019 वो पिंक बॉल टेस्ट में बनाया था उन्होंने।
हाँ, तो ऑलमोस्ट 3 साढ़े 3 साल हो रहे हैं, एंड दिस डेकेड तो एक भी नहीं बनाया था।
जी।
सेंचुरी छोड़ो, 50 नहीं बनाई थी। तो यू कैन सी द प्रेशर बिल्डिंग ऑन हिम कि is he in the team because of his past laurels, or is he
लॉरेल्स।
there for his merit? I mean, वो
राइट।
questions भी आ गए थे, and so I think बहुत ही important milestone रहा उनकी career में. I think he'll savor this for a long time. The comeback of his, in a test like this, in front of a crowd which was demanding कि आप कुछ करो हमारे लिए. And so I think fabulous. I enjoyed it. I think for me he is back. And जो मैंने कल बोला था वो predictions सही गए थे. मैंने बोला था कि India will go to close to 600, Kohli will go big. दोनों predictions सही रहे हैं, because I kind of felt that this was his moment, and he has took it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Yeah, I think
overshadowed Shubman Gill. I know Shubman Gill did really well in day 3, but now we will all remember this test. Basically, जो ख्वाजा ने किया 180, Kohli did at 186. Yeah, it's King is back.
नहीं अगर I think अगर इंडिया ये मैच जीत जाती है, I think this test possibly is going to be remembered for his comeback. So it's kind of more or less become a कोहली test. I mean ज्यादातर लोग कोहली को ही याद रखेंगे और उनकी ये शतक को याद रखेंगे. So हाँ, I mean at one point of time I was kind of not questioning, but I was kind of thinking, why isn't he going hard? But now as the
सेंचुरी
day
दिमाग में
for
था. वो आई थे,
as
नोटिस किया होगा सेंचुरी के बाद he started a little bit his free flowing
he
game.
opened up. He
He
opened
opened
up.
up,
He opened up.
getting
Yeah, he opened up.
leg side पे मारना, off side पे मारना. मतलब you can see that the game उसने open कर दिया. And coming to his partners, पहले जडेजा, when we know that it was all Kohli stood on one ground and he's done it all. But अगर उनके पार्टनर्स देखेंगे, पहले जडेजा, क्या लगता है जडेजा का वो शॉट्स जो उन्होंने उस टाइम पे मारा, मतलब सारे ऊपर मार
I
रहे थे.
think I
He
think
wanted to take a tick.
Kohli's response to the shot, which is let's say Ben Stokes का response, I think उन्होंने दिया था. अगर लोग समझ पाए मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, उन्होंने बेन स्टोक्स का response दिया था जडेजा को when he played that shot. So I think that summed up Jadeja's shot. I mean, he wanted to be positive. One can understand. But I think at that point in time, possibly it was needless. One can always
यार
say on the
आप 80
hindsight.
बॉल्स आपने खेला, 80 बॉल्स आप, मतलब क्या जरूरत थी ऐसी शॉट्स मारने की जो आपको पता था कि पिच आसान है. ऐसा भी नहीं था कि यू नीडेड टू हिट
भाई
दीस
लेकिन
शॉट्स थोड़ा.
भाई लेकिन भाई लेकिन मैं आपको कट करना चाहूंगा यहाँ पे. You're questioning Sir Ravindra Jadeja, so you can never question quote unquote sir.
मतलब आई
So
वाज
yeah,
डिसअपॉइंटेड. मतलब ये तो
yeah.
मतलब ही हैड अ गुड प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर हिम टू डू इट. और देखा जाए उसके बाद जो आए थे उन लोगों ने अच्छा दिखा दिया कि
Mm,
आपने जो किया वो गलत था. पहले भरत की बात
mm,
करते हैं. भरत भरत के ऊपर प्रेशर था. बिफोर वी गेट टू भरत, इट वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कि हम सोच रहे थे कि अय्यर आएंगे और श्रेयस अय्यर नहीं आए. तो आई
जी
थिंक दैट
जी
वाज अ
जी.
वेरी स्ट्रेंज कि हुआ क्या है यहाँ पे. और ऑब्वियसली देन रवि शास्त्री एंड देन कमेंटेटर्स देन said in the commentary कि उनका स्कैन हुआ था और वो लोअर बैक पेन शायद वापस आया है. आई थिंक उनको फर्स्ट टेस्ट में भी आया था. तो
Right, right,
what do
right.
you what
But
do you
I
what do
think
you what do you say about Shreyas Iyer and his miss now?
आई थिंक श्रेयस अय्यर और काफी जो प्लेयर्स हैं, जो हमारे इंडियन प्लेयर्स जो कंटिन्यूअसली इंजर्ड हो रहे हैं, आई थिंक दे हैव देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग. आई मीन जसप्रीत बुमराह हो जाए, दीपक चाहर हो जाए, श्रेयस अय्यर हो जाए, I'm not really sure what's kind of going on. Is it something to do with them, their lifestyle, or is it the physical? I mean their fitness. I mean, what do you call that? Fitness coach, personal fitness
Fitness
coach,
coach, physio
fitness coach, whatever
fitness.
you
हाँ,
physio. Yeah, I don't know who is to blame here, but these young guys seems to you know uh, they get injured. That they seem to get injured relatively quickly, and they come back, and the injury comes back. The very same injury comes back again. So not really sure, but doesn't happen with certain other players like Kohli. He keeps himself, you know,
Kohli
possibly
is
fit
always match
24.
fit.
24/7, 365. It's not even match fit, possibly. I think he's kind of ingrained that fitness in his lifestyle. So it just might be that case, or it can also be sometimes genetics. You never know. So that is something for the Indian management to ponder on.
सोचने वाली बात है, considering these are our star batsmen and players. Like Bumrah is a big miss. उनकी तो अभी भी recovery चल रही है, and I think this warrants probably a separate podcast or a separate video for itself कि एक बार देखे कि क्या हो रहा है, कौन क्या हो रहा है. But essentially, yeah, Shreyas Iyer was missed and Bharat आए थे. Bharat पे pressure था. Filling the shoes of Pant is difficult. And he has not exactly lit the test series yet. और हालांकि किसी और ने भी नहीं करा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि until this game no one really did so well. But there was that pressure कि ईशान किशन भी है वहां पे, केएल राहुल कैन कीप कि लगा के अगर ये लोग नहीं खेल पाएंगे तो there are people who can come in. But I thought he played really well. मतलब he took on. I think he played very positive. और जो उन्होंने वो 2 back-to-back sixes मारे थे that I think कैमरून ग्रीन के ओवर में, I think that kind of set that momentum कि यार फर्स्ट सेशन में इतना स्लो रन रेट था कि लोग look like these guys were like playing for like क्या ड्रॉ खेलते हैं there's nothing else to play for, make it like a dead rubber. But वो इंटेंट जो सेकंड सेशन में उन्होंने दिखाया था, and I was watching, because it was Sunday था तो I could sit down little bit longer time in the night to watch the game. तो मैंने वो सब I was able to see that कि भरत did that positive intent. Although मुझे वो उनका जो आउट जो हुआ था वो थोड़ा बहुत ही it was a little bit weak. I felt they both threw the wickets away, both Bharat and Jadeja, in my opinion. Better, or he could have had his 50.
Yeah. I think जो 21 रन का एक थपेड़ा मारा था फ्यूचर बेन स्टोक्स को, which is Cameron Green by the way. So I think that completely changed the momentum of the game, at least for India. I think वहां से India just picked up the run rate and never looked back. I think it also gave some sort of an impetus to Virat Kohli as well, as soon as Bharat got out. And so there it. I mean, India ultimately scored 580 runs. I think Bharat, as we discussed on the day one, if you remember, this is a key match for him. I think the first innings, I don't think he's going to bat again, but this innings was very crucial for him. And I think he made it count ultimately. हालांकि उनका दिन अंत में थोड़ा सा डाइसी हो गया और वो थोड़े क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं कि is he really a good keeper or no? I think he's a good keeper. I think again dropped a sitter. बोलते हैं, मैंने देखा नहीं वो exactly.
अच्छा. I don't know this कि catch drop हुआ.
Yeah.
6 तो हुए थे. I don't know. Okay.
हाँ, I think अश्विन के बॉल पे he dropped a catch. So it's a second drop of this test match. हाँ, but I think मुझे लगता है कि उन्होंने अपना जितना करना था वो कर लिया है. I think अब इंडियन सेलेक्टर्स के ऊपर है मेरे हिसाब से. He has done enough.
He should be given more chances. ऐसा नहीं है कि 4
हाँ, he has done enough.
मतलब आप अश्विन के कीपिंग को मतलब can't be a yardstick. You didn't keep Ashwin, so you were not going to throw out. I mean, Ashwin is a premier bowler. It's difficult to keep for a spinner anyway. I mean, मुझे लगता नहीं है कि ईशान किशन would have done anything different there. I mean, in my opinion, Ishan Kishan is even worse keeper than Bharat. Ishan Kishan is primarily in team for batting. He's more batting than his wicket keeping skills are. Bharat गए and then you had Akshar Patel who is having a blinder. मतलब अब ये bowling all-rounder कहें इनको या batting all-rounder कहें, he has been consistently doing well at that number 7 spot. मुझे तो अब लग रहा है कि he may have sealed his position in the test, in this series. After Deepak Chahar and all these guys are out, that he could be that slotted number 3 bowler for India, or also that number 7 batsman. क्या लगता है अक्षर का performance?
I think उनके लिए बस ये मुश्किल हुआ because as soon as India travels, he may not really find the spot in the team. But I mean, looking at his batting figures, I think they're almost, at least as far as this series is concerned, it's on par with Bradman as far as the average is concerned. I don't know if he got out, but the average
he got out. 79 पे out हो गए थे.
हाँ. So he got out, so the average might have come down a bit. But yeah, I think if you take away 1 or 2 innings that Kohli played this particular match, and Rohit Sharma I think played in the first or the second match, but consistently I think he was India's best batsman, which is quite surprising.
It is. It shows
And
कि
yeah,
आपकी Indian batting की हालत कैसी है in test matches these days. Especially the
that's
top
true.
order,
That's
it's pretty horrible, and it kind of proves that Akshar and Ashwin have been rescuing India, time and again over the last, some
right.
time, and
Yeah,
Asha and
yeah,
Pant
yeah.
obviously before this. So Akshar always ran out of partners. So he had a good partner this time with Kohli, who was
Kohli, yeah.
his top game, and they made a very nice partnership. बहुत अच्छा गया उनका, and मुझे लग रहा था कि and this time I slept, so I did not see that after tea session क्या हुआ था. tea से पहले ही मैं सो गया था. I didn't. तब I slept when it was 4:50 for 5 or 4:50 आ गया था, and I slept. And so I knew कि उसके बाद these guys partnership चला अच्छा, and then when I woke up it was 5:71. तो tell me what happened there. एक बार अश्विन अक्षर out हो गए, and then it was quick succession of 2 wickets, because obviously Iyer नहीं थे, तो you are already a batsman down. Ashwin did not do, they got him out, then Umesh, and then essentially
Yeah,
Shami.
I think
Those are quick
अक्षर के
wickets.
आउट होने के बाद, yeah, I think अक्षर के आउट होने के बाद it was Ashwin who I think Kohli might have relied on to at least get to his 200, but I think as soon as Ashwin is out, it was on the card, and then it was curtains. So
Yeah, but
वो
I
जब
felt
ज्यादा
कि
नहीं
Kohli,
खेले,
he should have maybe accelerated a bit to get his 200. पता नहीं क्या मतलब क्या हुआ वहाँ पे, but ठीक है, understandable.
it's okay. I think it's okay.
So yeah, before we go to day 5, let's end with Australian bowlers. कैसा रहा, मतलब Nathan Lyon kept bowling. I don't know कितने ओवर मारे उन्होंने. If I remember right, Nathan Lyon bowled 65 overs.
I mean, I think you can give him an adjective of lion-hearted performance, but yeah, this performance did not ultimately. I think he bowled well. I think he bowled well. He did what he could.
पिच ही इतना बकवास है, मतलब when I say बकवास, not in that sense कि it's great for cricket. मतलब ठीक है, it was very batting friendly. मतलब it's been like that ना, either आप bowling friendly बना रहे हो and people are getting out for 70 91, or you're making batting friendly and people are making 60. देख वो बीच में वो बैलेंस नहीं आ रहा है इनका, and so this pitch I did not like this pitch from a bowler standpoint.
He has bowled a lot of overs. I was just going through one of the stats. I do not remember the exact numbers, but in the last few matches, which also includes certain matches that Australia played in Sri Lanka, especially in the subcontinent that he has toured in the last year or so, which includes Sri Lanka and Pakistan, he has bowled a lot of overs. I think you're possibly looking at an average of 50 plus every test match, which is a lot.
अब आप नंबर 1 बॉलर हो तो बनता है आप तब बॉल करोगे. You are the premium spin bowler. I mean, and you will probably be the only bowler when you're traveling abroad to be. अब तो उन लोग आ गए थे कोएनमैन और मर्फी, but I think spinners ने 7 विकेट लिए. I think testament to fact that still the spin.
लेकिन यार उसके कंधों और उसके क्या बोलते हैं बाजुओं के बारे में आप सोचिए. मतलब सनी देओल का डायलॉग याद आ जाएगा आपको. मतलब his hands would have been heavy for sure, or sore for sure, after bowling so many hours.
ये कोएनमैन और मर्फी ने कैसे काम किया? मर्फी ने I think 3 विकेट लिए.
I think they did okay. Again, I mean, considering the conditions, they did okay. I mean, there's nothing much to talk about. I think the only standout, if I might say, was Nathan Lyon. I think he bowled relatively better. I think along with Murphy. But again, the pitch was, I think, was the spoiled sport as far as the Australian spinners were concerned. They possibly just didn't. I mean, they would have preferred Indore or Nagpur or Delhi rather than this one.
उनको तो मजा आया होगा उसमें. This one there was not. This one would not have been to their liking. So that was day 4. Australia came for 6 overs. ज़्यादा कुछ they survived. Let's put it that way. So अब बात
लेकिन
करते
हाँ,
हैं
सरप्राइजिंग नहीं, लेकिन एक सरप्राइजिंग मूव उसमें था कि कूनमैन आए थे.
हाँ, तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि ये this is possibly 2 things, right? एक तो ख्वाजा may have been maybe injured there and they didn't want to put him out, give him another day. और एक तो लगता है कि you only had 5 overs. The last thing you want is ख्वाजा coming in, and then so possibly that, and then go with that this thing. So आते हैं last day, day 5, evenly poised. क्या लगता है कि what is your first? Let's talk two things. What do you think would India need to do or Australia need to do? क्या लगता है उन्हें करना चाहिए? And then we'll end it with what's your prediction?
I think it's evenly poised between a draw and India winning the match. Australia cannot win the match, which is a story by itself. I mean, at the end of the day 3 or day 2, we were talking about huge possibility of Australia winning the match. Correct. Which has shrunk as the day or the session went by. So it's a higher possibility considering the nature of the pitch is a draw. I would say 60 to 70% is a draw that we're kind of heading towards. But India has a chance. India has a chance. I think if they could give themselves 70 overs, if I would say, or let's say, let's break it down by session. If they can get 4 wickets, 3 to 4 wickets in session 1, and let's say a couple of more wickets in session 2, I think then you have a match. I think they get 3-4 wickets there in the match early. That's it. It's pretty simple. They need to get 3 to 4 wickets.
Like अगर आपने Marnus Labuschagne, Travis Head और Steve Smith को out कर लिया, you're done. This team will collapse even with
provided
the pitch.
I mean, also
Khwaja मुझे लगता नहीं है कि खेलने वाला. I have a feeling Khwaja is out, just like I have. They may keep him as an emergency thing. मुझे लग रहा है कि Khwaja नहीं खेलेगा. My take is, मेरी theory ये है कि rightly said, you get Marnus Labuschagne out, you get Steve Smith out, and you get Travis Head out in session 1 of the day 5. By session 2, these guys are out. और with the lead of 91, ये 150 में out हो जाएंगे.
Yeah, I think मुझे लगता है.
और अगर 200 में भी out हो गए, so that is like 100 runs to win, and India can do that in one session. India needs one good session in the morning, and they can enter the game very, very quickly. हाँ, अगर out नहीं हुआ तो draw होगा.
हाँ, I think it's a battle between Australia trying to be defensive because they have to be defensive, and in India, wanting to win. And the balance always tilts towards the one who wants to win, because Australia के पास अभी कुछ रह नहीं गया, उनको बस मैच बचाना है, और मैच बचाने के चक्कर में कभी कभी
तुम्हें लगता है कि वो डिफेंसिव खेलेंगे?
I don't know. Let me put that way. This Australian team is surprising.
Pitch has not changed.
Pitch has not changed. Pitch is same.
But I still think that spinners will come into the play. Maybe more than...
Could be, because this is the 5th day, you can say. It's almost behaving. It's behaving like a day 3.5 sort of a pitch.
Correct.
Now the only question that we need to ask is this Australian batting good enough to last on the day 3 or day 4 pitch, which in the past they have given indications, sometimes they are not. Considering the form that Labuschagne and Smith, I think the key has been Labuschagne and Smith, who haven't given that indication that they're going to bat for long.
And I think अगर एक match का एक pivotal moment जो हमने पिछली बार देखा था, which was Nathan Lyon and was it Todd Murphy or McManaman? Who was the guy who competed with him? उन्होंने 60 runs मारा था. They took Australia to 480. अगर 420 से 480 का वो 60, हाँ, Murphy. Imagine this कि अगर वो 420 पे all out होते, that was the time given back to India, and if India went back at 580 now, वो 160 का lead होता. I think that now has changed the game. अगर उन लोगों ने वो खेला नहीं होता तो ये game India का हो गया होता. I think they made a very big contribution there. I think we cannot understate. Australia cannot understate that what they did would save the test now if they had to. मतलब ये तो मतलब गेम ही बदल गया. First 2 days हमें लग रहा था कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीतेगा, and then we were like thinking कि ये तो हो गया है. But I think India has done tremendously well. So I mean, kudos to again Kohli and Gill. I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do, and they just did it. We'll end it with this thing, prediction. What's your day 5 prediction and overall test series?
I'll still go for a draw. So which means you have to look at what I think 2 दिन पहले मैंने कुछ गलती कर दी थी. मैंने बोला था कि अगर even if India draws this match, it means they are through to the finals, which is not the case. If Sri Lanka wins, which is a highly possibility because I think New Zealand still needs 260 odd runs to win, which I would say the balance is slightly in the favor of Sri Lanka to win the match. अगर श्रीलंका ये मैच जीत जाती है, then I think everyone in India is going to watch New Zealand versus Sri Lanka.
I don't think
वो
श्रीलंका जीतेगी यार.
हाँ, अगर विलियमसन नहीं आउट होता है तो मेरे को लगता है कि
क्या
न्यूजीलैंड कैन
स्कोर है?
विन दिस
It
मैच.
is essentially
28 for
सबके
1
लिए बता दूं, it's 28 for 1 if you look at it.
with Conway out.
With Conway out, they need to win 257. I believe मैंने actually ये game थोड़ा बहुत देखा था end में. हमारे शाम को हो रही थी in this part of the world. So it will be the third highest chase to do for New Zealand to win this. So it's already in the record books for them to do it. So ऐसा नहीं है कि New Zealand is through here. New Zealand has to do a record here. But with the kind of batting they have, Darryl Mitchell, Nichols, Williamson is still there. Blundell is still there. Okay, they have a good. New Zealand has, Sri Lanka has some interesting bowlers here. I'm not ruling New Zealand out of the game yet, but although I think this game has been interesting. So I think अगर देखा जाए, Henry Nichols, Mitchell, Blundell, and then Williamson is still there, and Latham is stuck around. If they do well, they have a chance. 257 is not a lot to score, obviously, with the kind of day 5 where they are. But it'll be very interesting game. But हाँ, अगर श्रीलंका ये जीत गया, so I think India is hoping New Zealand wins the last game. I think, and that is why I feel, मेरा ये logic है, I mean, that's my prediction. I feel India is going to go for the kill here. They have a opening. अगर उनको Marnus Labuschagne and Steve Smith and Travis Head, they get these three out in that session 1, they're going to attack. They have a lead of 91. Now it is 88. If they can get these guys out in the next 100, 150 runs, India has a chance to win this. So what looked like an Australia win has turned into an India win as a higher possibility. And I think that has been flipped the game completely. So yeah, we'll end it here. I thought, the day belongs.
अच्छा, एक सवाल सबके लिए और आपके लिए भी. आपको नहीं लगता है कि जैसे इंदौर में एक पिच के ऊपर काफी क्वेश्चंस हुए थे, इस पिच के भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस रेज होने चाहिए, कंसीडरिंग कोहली वाज फाइनली एबल टू स्कोर 100.
रेज नहीं करेंगे, बट मेरे हिसाब से रेज होनी चाहिए.
मतलब ऐसी नहीं, मेरा क्वेश्चन है वेरी सरकास्टिकली कि ऐसी कैसी पिच बना दी कि भाई कोहली ने 100 बना दिया. You understand? तो
कोहली came to मोदी के स्टेडियम में, so it had to be done. But honestly, देखो, in all its seriousness, if tomorrow's day is very exciting, then I think they will not say anything to the pitch because it gave a 5-day injury. But अगर ये ड्रॉ पे गया एंड विकेट्स नहीं ले रहे हैं, then सवाल उठेंगे कि यार आप इधर आप एक रैंक टर्नर बना रहे हो, वहाँ पे 2 दिन में हो रहा है, या आप ऐसे पिच बना रहे हो जो फ्लैट ट्रैक है, जो पाकिस्तान में मिलता है, जो आप आई डोंट नो इफ यू हैव सीन दैट पीएसएल में स्कोर 200 से नीचे ही जा ही नहीं रहा है. मतलब 200 इज लाइक वेरी मिनिमम हो गया है. एवरीवन इज हिटिंग 250 220 एंड ऑल दैट. हमारा अगर से फ्लैट ट्रैक बुली बना रहे हो तो वेयर इज द बैलेंस, एंड दैट आई क्वेश्चन दैट what other countries would do here. But anyway, that's probably a broader discussion. But essentially, I feel that I think they've improved. The kind of horrible pitch they have done in Indore and Delhi, I think it's a step up. Maybe they have taken it they've overcompensated it. I feel
too far.
They reckon a little too far. But in all, I think if India makes a headway tomorrow with spinners coming into the play, I think then people will say, "Yeah,
the debate was wrong."
The debate is dies down. On the contrary, they'll say, "यार हमने तो बहुत exciting अच्छा pitch बनाया जो 5 days of entertainment ले आया है to Indian cricket जो 3 दिन में हो रहा था." So the narrative could really flip if India wins it. So I think everyone wants India to win. I want India to win. I think that'll seal the deal for them 3-1. They were truly the better team over the series. And I mean, despite whatever Australia has done, I still think India was a heads up above them in the overall series. And so.
Overall series, yeah.
Yeah, and if they've given a chance to go ahead and do this better tomorrow, I think they'll try to do it. My belief, and that's my prediction, I think India will go for the kill. I'm saying 50-50 draw. I think first session will determine if they get the wickets. I think it's 80-20 India win, possibly 100% India win. But if they don't get the wickets by first session, I think this is heading to a draw.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we have for today. Thank you everyone for tuning to watch us. Please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Post this, we will still try to come up with more cricket videos. Cricket khatam nahi hua hai. We still have one days coming out of India Australia, so there's more cricket coming across the series. So thank you again. We'll continue doing this.
Thank you.
Talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.